Let me ask you something. Have you ever met a woman who walks into a room and suddenly everything shifts? The energy changes. Heads turn. People lean in. It's not just her beauty, her clothes, or her smile. It's something deeper. An unshakable magnetism that makes everyone want to know her, be around her, and in some cases, be her. Now here's the truth. That kind of power isn't luck. It's strategy. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to become that woman, the woman who radiates confidence, mystery, and elegance effortlessly. But let me be very clear. This is not about changing who you are to please others. It's about unlocking the version of you that already exists, the one that people can't help but be drawn to. We're diving into the psychology of attraction, feminine energy secrets, communication mastery, and the habits high-value women live by every single day. By the end of this video, you'll know how to carry yourself, how to connect effortlessly, and how to project an energy so powerful that people naturally gravitate toward you without you having to chase anyone. So if you've ever felt overlooked, undervalued, or invisible, today is the day that changes. Stay with me, because the transformation starts now. Here's a truth that no one tells you: becoming the woman everyone wants doesn't start with your looks, your style, or even how you speak. It starts in your mind. The difference between a woman who blends into the background and one who captivates everyone in the room comes down to how she sees herself. Most women are taught to chase approval from men, from friends, from society. But here's the problem. When your value depends on how others perceive you, you'll always feel like you're not enough. The real shift happens when you stop asking, "Am I good enough for them?" and start asking, "Are they good enough for me?" High-value women don't seek validation. They create standards. They decide who gets access to their energy, their time, and their heart. And here's the paradox. The moment you stop trying to be chosen is the moment you become the one everyone chooses. But this isn't just about confidence. It's about embodying self-worth so deeply that it's unshakable. It's walking into any situation knowing, "I belong here. I am enough. I am valuable exactly as I am." That energy is magnetic. People can feel it before you even say a word. Think about the most captivating women you've ever met. It's not just their beauty. It's the way they carry themselves. It's in their posture, eye contact, tone, and presence. They move with intention. They speak with certainty, and they radiate an inner calm that makes others want to be near them. And here's the secret. They weren't born that way. They built that mindset. They decided to stop apologizing for existing. They stopped shrinking themselves to make others comfortable. They stopped begging for love, attention, and validation. You have to make a decision. Starting today, you're going to operate from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. You're no longer going to chase love, success, or approval. Instead, you'll attract it by becoming a woman who knows her value and lives by it unapologetically. The moment you embrace this mindset, everything changes. How you walk, how you talk, how you carry yourself, and how people respond to you. Suddenly you stop competing. You stop comparing. You stop needing to prove your worth because you already know it. This isn't about becoming someone else. It's about remembering who you are and finally showing the world that version of you. Confidence is not something you're born with. It's something you build. And here's the truth. The women everyone wants, the ones who command attention, respect, and admiration, aren't necessarily the most beautiful or the most talented. They are the women who decided to believe in their worth, no matter what. Unshakable confidence starts with one thing: self-trust. It's the quiet knowing that, no matter what happens, you can handle it. It's not about being fearless. It's about being willing to show up even when you're scared. Most women wait for confidence to magically appear before taking action, but that's not how it works. Action comes first. Confidence follows. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, even in small ways, you teach your brain a powerful lesson. I can do hard things. That could mean speaking up when you'd normally stay silent, saying no when you'd usually say yes, or finally choosing yourself when everyone else expects you to choose them. Here's the secret most people never understand. True confidence has nothing to do with perfection. In fact, it's the opposite. The women who radiate confidence embrace their imperfections and own every part of who they are. They don't pretend to be flawless. They choose to be authentic, and that authenticity is magnetic. Your body language also plays a massive role. The way you stand, walk, and move communicates your value before you even open your mouth. Shoulders back, head up, steady eye contact. These are silent signals that say, I know who I am and I am not afraid to take up space. When you carry yourself with intention, the world responds differently to you. But here's something deeper. Building unshakable confidence requires changing your internal dialogue. If your mind is constantly filled with thoughts like, I'm not good enough, or they're better than me, your energy will reflect that. You need to reprogram your self-talk. Replace I can't with I'm learning. Replace I'm not enough with I am worthy. Over time, these small shifts create a powerful transformation. Confidence also comes from keeping promises to yourself. When you set goals and follow through, even in small ways, you build self-respect. And the more you respect yourself, the more others naturally respect you too. When you operate from a place of inner certainty, people sense it instantly. You stop needing to chase attention because your presence alone commands it. You stop seeking validation because you've already validated yourself. That's when you become magnetic, not by trying to impress anyone, but by finally standing fully in your power. Here's something most people won't tell you. The way you dress isn't just about looking good, it's about communicating your value without saying a single word. Before anyone hears your voice, before they know your story, they see you. And in those first few seconds, your style speaks louder than anything you could possibly say. Now, this isn't about chasing expensive labels or following every passing trend. It's about intention. High-value women don't dress to impress others. They dress to express their identity. They know their style is an extension of their energy, a visual representation of their confidence, their boundaries, and their worth. Think about it. When you wear something that makes you feel powerful, your entire presence shifts. Your posture straightens, your energy rises, and you naturally carry yourself with more authority. People pick up on that instantly. It's not just about clothes, it's about how you embody them. Colors, fabrics, and silhouettes all send subtle messages about who you are. Softer tones can express warmth and approachability, while bold, structured outfits signal leadership and confidence. But here's the key. It's not about copying someone else's style. It's about discovering what feels authentic to you and owning it fully. The women everyone admires aren't the ones wearing the most expensive outfits. They're the ones who know how to own their presence. They understand the power of polished details, clean lines, well-fitted clothes, and intentional accessories. It's not vanity, it's strategy. Because when you take the time to present yourself intentionally, you're signaling to the world that you value yourself. And when you value yourself, others are naturally drawn to you. But here's where most people get it wrong. Style without confidence is empty. The most breathtaking outfit loses its power if the woman wearing it doesn't believe she belongs in it. That's why your internal energy has to match your external appearance. When your mindset and your style are aligned, you become unforgettable. Presence isn't about trying harder. It's about showing up authentically and unapologetically. When you walk into a room with intention, when your outfit reflects your power and your posture reflects your confidence, people notice. You don't have to demand attention. You attract it effortlessly. So the next time you choose what to wear, don't just think about fashion. Think about energy. Ask yourself, does this outfit represent the woman I want to be? Because when your style matches your identity, your presence becomes magnetic. And when your presence is magnetic, you don't just walk into a room, you own it. Here's one of the most overlooked secrets to becoming the woman everyone wants. It's not just about how you look, how you dress, or even what you say. It's about how you make people feel. And that comes down to one powerful skill: emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, manage, and influence emotions, both yours and the emotions of those around you. It's the difference between reacting impulsively and responding with intention. It's what allows you to stay graceful under pressure, confident in chaos, and magnetic in any environment. Think about the most captivating women you've ever met. They have this calm, grounded energy that makes you want to be around them. They don't get easily rattled. They don't let negativity control them. Why? Because they've mastered their emotional state. When something doesn't go their way, they don't spiral. They pause, breathe, and choose their response. That self-control is rare, and rare is attractive. The truth is, most people live in emotional reaction mode. Someone insults them, they lash back. Someone ignores them, they get insecure. But a high-value woman moves differently. She doesn't let her emotions dictate her actions. She lets her values guide them. That level of composure commands respect without having to demand it. Here's the powerful part. When you understand your own emotions, you also become better at reading other people. You start picking up on energy shifts, subtle cues, and unspoken feelings. That makes you more empathetic, magnetic, and influential. People feel safe around you because you get them without them having to explain themselves. And when people feel understood, they naturally want to be closer to you. But here's the key. Mastering emotional intelligence doesn't mean suppressing your feelings. It's not about pretending you're always fine. It's about owning your emotions without letting them control you. It's the ability to sit with discomfort, process it, and still move forward with clarity and strength. When you combine emotional control with compassion, you become someone who can navigate relationships effortlessly. You know when to walk away, when to stand firm, and when to lean in. You're no longer controlled by other people's opinions, moods, or expectations. You own your energy, and that more than anything is magnetic. Because when you master your emotions, you project stability, strength, and confidence. People are drawn to you without knowing why. You become the calm in the storm, the woman everyone respects, admires, and desires, not because you try to be, but because your energy naturally commands it. Magnetic communication isn't about saying the perfect words. It's about creating a connection that people feel, remember, and crave. The women everyone wants aren't necessarily the ones who talk the most. They're the ones who know how to make others feel seen, heard, and valued. The first secret is presence. When you're talking to someone, give them your full attention. In today's distracted world, undivided attention is rare, and rarity is magnetic. Look into their eyes, lean in slightly, and be genuinely curious about what they're saying. People are naturally drawn to those who make them feel like they matter. Next is the power of your voice. The way you speak shapes how people perceive you. Slow down your pace, lower your tone slightly, and speak with intention. A calm, steady voice signals confidence and control. When you rush your words or speak too softly, it can come across as insecurity. But when you speak deliberately, you naturally command respect. Equally important is strategic silence. You don't have to fill every pause with words. Sometimes the most magnetic thing you can do is hold space and let silence work for you. A well-placed pause creates intrigue, draws people in, and makes your words feel more powerful when you do speak. Then there's the magic of storytelling. People remember stories, not statements. Share small, authentic glimpses of your life, your experiences, and your passions. When you open up, even just a little, you create emotional intimacy, which instantly deepens the connection. But here's the subtle art most people overlook. Mirror energy, not words. Pay attention to someone's vibe, their tone, their pace, and adjust yours slightly to match it. This creates a subconscious feeling of familiarity and comfort, making the person feel naturally connected to you. Finally, remember that communication isn't just about talking, it's about listening. And not passive listening, but active listening. Nod, reflect back what they've said, ask thoughtful follow-up questions. When someone feels heard, they feel important. And when they feel important around you, they associate that positive feeling with you. Magnetic communication is about balancing confidence with warmth, power with vulnerability, and speaking with intention rather than noise. When you master this, people won't just hear you, they'll feel you. And once they feel you, they remember you. The most unforgettable women are not the loudest in the room. They're the ones who make others feel significant just by the way they communicate. That's the energy that draws people in without you having to chase anyone. It's effortless, authentic, and incredibly powerful. One of the biggest secrets to becoming the woman everyone wants is understanding the balance between feminine and masculine energy. These energies aren't about gender, they're about polarity, attraction, and the natural flow of human connection. When you learn how to embody your feminine energy, you become effortlessly magnetic without forcing anything. Masculine energy is focused, structured, logical, and action-driven. It thrives on control, planning, and solving problems. Feminine energy, on the other hand, is intuitive, fluid, playful, creative, and deeply connected to emotion. It's about being, not doing. It's about radiating, rather than chasing. Most women today have been conditioned to operate heavily in their masculine energy, constantly working, proving, and pushing. While ambition is powerful, staying in masculine mode all the time can leave you feeling drained and disconnected from your natural essence. It can also create energetic clashes in relationships, because polarity, the natural push and pull of attraction, gets lost when both people are operating from the same energy. The women who captivate everyone aren't necessarily working harder, they're flowing smarter. They know when to step into their power and when to lean back into their feminine energy. That doesn't mean being passive or weak. It means being magnetic rather than forceful. Feminine energy invites. It doesn't chase. It attracts without trying. It shows up in the way you move, speak, and respond. Instead of rushing, you allow space. Instead of controlling, you receive. Instead of over-explaining, you embody confidence through your energy. This creates an aura of mystery and softness that naturally draws people closer. Feminine energy is also deeply rooted in emotional openness. When you allow yourself to feel fully, joy, excitement, love, vulnerability, you create an emotional depth that people are instinctively drawn to. Masculine energy might be impressed by surface-level beauty, but it's feminine energy that makes them stay. The magic happens when you learn to balance both. You use your masculine energy when it's time to make decisions, set boundaries, and protect yourself. But you lean into your feminine energy when you want to connect, inspire, and attract. That balance is what makes you unforgettable. When you stop competing, stop chasing, and stop proving, you unlock an inner power that is undeniable. People feel it without understanding why, they just know they want to be around you. That's the essence of being magnetic. It's not about being louder, prettier, or smarter than anyone else. It's about learning to embody your natural feminine flow and letting your energy do the talking. High-value women aren't born. They're built. What makes them stand out isn't luck, beauty, or privilege. It's the habits they choose to live by every single day. These habits shape their confidence, elevate their presence, and make them unforgettable to everyone they meet. The first habit is self-respect. A high-value woman knows exactly what she stands for and what she will and won't tolerate. She doesn't settle for less than she deserves, whether in relationships, friendships, or career opportunities. When you hold yourself to higher standards, you naturally attract people and situations that rise to meet them. The second habit is emotional discipline. High-value women know how to manage their reactions instead of letting emotions control them. When conflict arises, they don't explode or beg for attention. They pause, breathe, and respond with clarity. That composure is powerful because it shows strength without aggression. People trust and admire women who own their energy. Another key habit is investing in themselves. Whether it's through personal growth, learning new skills, nurturing their health, or refining their style, high-value women never stop evolving. They understand that their value isn't fixed. It grows as they grow. And because they invest in themselves, others naturally want to invest in them too. They also practice selective energy. Not everyone gets access to them. High-value women are kind, but they're not available to everyone all the time. They protect their time, space, and emotional well-being fiercely. By setting clear boundaries, they send a powerful message: my energy is valuable, and I won't waste it where it's not respected. Another powerful habit: consistency, confidence, and success don't come from one big decision. They're built through small daily choices. Waking up early, sticking to commitments, honoring promises, and staying disciplined with goals. These are the quiet actions that separate women who wish for change from women who create it. Finally, high-value women own their identity. They don't try to be someone else to fit in or be liked. They move through life with authenticity, knowing that their power comes from being unapologetically themselves. That self-assurance is magnetic. It makes people feel drawn to them without understanding why. The truth is, you don't become a high-value woman by accident. You decide to become one. You choose your standards. You choose your boundaries. You choose your habits every single day. And the moment you commit to showing up for yourself, the world begins to show up for you. The truth is, you don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. The energy you carry, the standards you hold, and the way you see yourself are constantly sending signals to the world. If you want to attract the right people and the right opportunities, it starts with becoming the kind of woman who naturally draws them in. The first step is alignment. Most people chase relationships, friendships, and opportunities out of fear of missing out, fear of being alone, fear of not being enough. But when you operate from fear, you attract situations that mirror that energy. High-value women don't chase. They align themselves with what they want and trust that the right people will gravitate toward them. You attract better relationships by embodying the energy you want to receive. If you want respect, you have to respect yourself. If you want loyalty, you have to be loyal to your own boundaries. If you want love, you have to cultivate self-love first. The universe doesn't respond to what you say. It responds to who you are being. Another key is curating your environment. You cannot step into your highest potential if you're surrounded by people who drain your energy or hold you back. High-value women are intentional about who they spend time with. They choose friendships and relationships that inspire growth, elevate their mindset, and support their vision. When you create space for the right energy, the wrong energy naturally falls away. And here's something powerful. Opportunities flow to women who show up authentically. When you fully own who you are, your strengths, your passions, your presence, you become magnetic. You stop blending in and start standing out. Not because you're trying harder, but because you're finally being real. People are drawn to authenticity because it's rare, and rarity creates desire. The last piece is trust. You have to trust yourself, trust your path, and trust the timing of your life. When you operate from scarcity, you feel the need to force things, but when you operate from abundance, you naturally attract what's meant for you. The right people, the right opportunities, and the right experiences will come when you're aligned with the version of yourself who's ready to receive them. Stop chasing, stop proving, stop begging. Focus on becoming. The more you grow, the more magnetic you become. The moment you step into your true worth, the right people and opportunities will find you because you'll finally be vibrating at the same frequency as the life you deserve. Becoming the woman everyone wants isn't about pretending to be someone else. And it's not about competing with anyone else. It's about becoming the most powerful, authentic, and magnetic version of you. Throughout this journey, we've talked about mindset shifts, confidence, style, emotional intelligence, feminine energy, habits, communication, and attraction. But here's the truth. None of it matters if you don't decide right now that you are worthy of everything you desire. You don't need permission to take up space. You don't need to shrink yourself to make others comfortable. And you don't need to wait for anyone to choose you. From this moment on, you choose yourself. That decision changes everything. Your energy, your presence, and the way people respond to you. Every time you honor your boundaries, you send a message to the world about your worth. Every time you show up authentically, you invite the right people into your life. Every time you choose growth over comfort, you step closer to becoming the woman who inspires, influences, and attracts effortlessly. But remember, transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's built day by day, choice by choice, habit by habit. You're not chasing perfection. You're stepping into alignment with your true self. The woman you want to become isn't out there somewhere. She's already inside you, waiting for you to uncover her. Now, as you walk away from this video, I want you to carry one thing with you. You are the prize. You don't need to compete, you don't need to chase, and you don't need to beg for attention. When you embody your value, the right people and opportunities naturally find their way to you. And here's your next step. Commit to the work. Go back through the lessons we've covered and start applying them. One small shift at a time. Whether it's adjusting your mindset, refining your style, mastering emotional control, or practicing magnetic communication, start today. Don't wait until you feel ready. Start and readiness will follow. Finally, remember this. People may forget what you say, and they may even forget what you do, but they will never forget how you make them feel. When you become the woman who leaves people feeling inspired, understood, and seen, you become unforgettable. So step fully into your power. Be bold, be magnetic, be undeniable, and most importantly, be unapologetically you. If this video resonated with you, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this message. Your journey is just beginning, and the best is yet to come.